Carlin Bates confesses struggles amid third pregnancy. Bringing Up Bates star Carlin Bates Stewart has been celebrating her third pregnancy with Evan. The 26-year-old has expressed her desire to have a third child since her daughter, Layla, began to beg for a new sibling. Carlin has also been open about her pregnancy tests over the past few months. Many of her posts today are about her pregnancy journey, but many were surprised when Carlin opened up about how difficult her current pregnancy is. Keep reading to see her post. Last week, Carlin took to social media to announce that she's expecting a third child. The Bringing Up Bates star shared clips from their family photo shoot, during which they held photos of her ultrasound, confirming her pregnancy. They were wearing matching white outfits, and many fans congratulated the married couple on their growing family. Carlin later followed up with a post saying she's expected to give birth in September 2025. She also revealed that her kids are so excited and are counting the days until their newest sibling arrives. She added, "This sweet baby is already so loved, and we can't wait to share this new chapter with all of you. Thank you for celebrating with us." In an IG Stories post, Carlin Bates Stewart shared a lengthy message talking about her current pregnancy. According to the Bringing Up Bates star, she's been thankful for her husband, Evan, for taking extra steps to care for their kids while she deals with her pregnancy. One of them is fixing Layla's hair for her dance class, adding that it melts her heart. Carlin then confessed that her pregnancy has been so difficult, but she wasn't worried because her husband is stepping up for her and their children. She also said she couldn't do anything over the last few days. However, Evan handled everything without complaining. She continued, "I'm just so incredibly grateful for you. You're the best dad in the world, and I'm lucky to have you by my side. Thank you for everything." Carlin has also uploaded clips from the day she learned about her pregnancy. The Bringing Up Bates star shared a clip of herself in a comfort room to try a pregnancy test. She was surprised to see that it turned out positive, but she revealed that she had wanted those results so badly for months. She continued, "Now, here I am, feeling incredibly blessed and still in shock that we're expecting another little one. I'm just so thankful and can't wait to meet our little angel." Carlin Bates Stewart also shared the moment she revealed her pregnancy to her husband. She blindfolded him and handed him random items for him to guess. But at the end of the video, Carlin handed Evan her pregnancy tests, and things quickly got emotional when he learned that they were expecting a third baby. Preview promises major changes for the family. The previews for the upcoming episode of Bringing Up Bates promise lots of changes for the family. The next episode airs Thursday, May 13 on UPtv. From the clips shared so far, it looks like this will be another packed episode with plenty of exciting moments for the family. In a new preview for the May 13 episode of the Bates Family show, Tori and Bobby Smith are in the process of moving to a new home. They share the exciting news that they will be living just a couple of doors down from Whitney and Zach Bates. So Whitney and Zach's son Bradley will get to hang out with his cousins, Coulter and Cade. This summer, both Tori and Whitney will give birth. Tori's expecting a daughter and Whitney's expecting a son. These cousins will have lots of fun together. Zach adds that they will be 4 little peas in a pod. Tori is especially looking forward to seeing Bradley with his little brother after watching him interact with his cousins. In another clip from the upcoming episode, Alyssa and John are getting ready for their 4th daughter to be born. So they are getting to work on setting up all of the new baby items they had to purchase. The couple already shares 3 daughters, so they had most of what they needed, but they still had a few last-minute things to get together. Alyssa explains why it's so hard to keep up and prepare for another baby. As technology changes, newer, better items are becoming available, so things aren't all that simple for the family to put together. In the clip, John and Alyssa are assembling the new baby swing they purchased for Mossy Joan. Note that the episodes currently airing are behind what's happening in the family's real life. John and Alyssa's fourth child is already here, and you can read more about her arrival if you would like to. So, will you be tuning in to the new episode of the show to see these big changes? What are you looking forward to most? Let us know in the comments below. For more news about the Bringing Up Bates family, check back with TV show's Ace. Josie Bates opens up about scary health condition during pregnancy. Today, we're diving into an incredibly personal and inspiring story from one of your favorite influencers, Josie Bates. Many of you know her for her humor, authenticity, and relatable content, but today she's opening up about something deeply vulnerable, her experience navigating a scary health condition during pregnancy. This is a conversation that will resonate with so many of us, whether you've been through it yourself or know someone who has. Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I want to start by saying this isn't easy for me to talk about, but I feel like sharing my story could help others going through similar situations. When I found out I was pregnant, it was such a joyful moment, but what came after wasn't exactly what I expected. It was a roller coaster of emotions, challenges, and lessons I'll never forget. At first, everything seemed perfect. My husband and I were over the moon when we saw those 2 pink lines on the test. It felt surreal. We dreamed of starting a family for years. But around week 8, things started feeling off. I began experiencing extreme fatigue, dizziness, and nausea that went beyond normal morning sickness. At first, I chalked it up to just being pregnant, but deep down, I knew something wasn't right. I remember sitting in my OB/GYN's office, trying to explain how awful I felt. She listened carefully and decided to run some tests. That's when they discovered I had preeclampsia, a serious condition that can develop during pregnancy. To say I was terrified would be an understatement. Preeclampsia affects about 5 to 8% of pregnancies worldwide and is characterized by high blood pressure and signs of damage to other organ systems, often the liver and kidneys. If left untreated, it can lead to complications for both mom and baby. Hearing the diagnosis hit me hard. All I could think about was whether my baby was okay and if I'd even make it through the pregnancy. My doctor explained that while there's no cure for preeclampsia except delivering the baby, early detection and careful monitoring can manage the condition effectively. Still, knowing that delivery might need to happen prematurely was devastating. My husband was amazing throughout all of this. He held me together when I didn't think I could handle it anymore. We leaned on each other heavily during those tough days. One of the hardest parts was learning to live with uncertainty. Every appointment brought new questions. Would my blood pressure spike? Was my baby growing properly? It was mentally exhausting. I had to find ways to cope, not just for myself, but for my little one too. I dove into research, talked to other moms who'd gone through preeclampsia, and focused on self-care. Meditation became my lifeline. I also cut out caffeine completely, ate healthier meals, and made sure to rest as much as possible. These small changes helped me regain a sense of control. And honestly, leaning on my support system made all the difference. Friends, family, and even strangers online shared their stories and advice. Knowing I wasn't alone gave me strength. By week 34, my doctors determined that continuing the pregnancy posed too much risk. They scheduled an emergency C-section. I was scared, not just for the surgery itself, but because my baby would be born 6 weeks early. Preemies face their own set of challenges, and I worried constantly about what lay ahead. When my son arrived, he weighed only 4 pounds. Seeing him hooked up to machines in the NICU broke my heart, but he was a fighter. Over the next few weeks, we watched him grow stronger every day. Those moments in the NICU were some of the hardest yet most beautiful of my life. Looking back, I realize how much that experience changed me, not just as a mother, but as a person. It taught me resilience, patience, and gratitude in ways I never imagined. Sure, there were dark days, but there were also incredible highs. And seeing my son thriving today reminds me that every challenge was worth it. If you're watching this and going through something similar, please know you're not alone. Reach out to your healthcare provider, lean on your loved ones, and take things one step at a time. You are stronger than you think, and your journey matters. Thank you, Josie, for sharing your powerful story. Your courage inspires us all. For anyone seeking more information or support, check out the links below. Let's continue breaking the stigma around discussing pregnancy-related health issues openly. Will Tiffany Espenson end up with as many animals as Bundy Irwin? Now, if you're not familiar with these two incredible women, don't worry, we'll break it down step by step. By the end of this video, you'll have all the answers, plus some fun insights into what makes them so special. So grab your favorite snack, sit back, and let's get started. Split screen showing photos of Bundy Irwin on one side and Tiffany Espenson on the other. To understand this comparison, we first need to know who they are. Let's start with Bundy Irwin. If you've ever watched The Crocodile Hunter, then you already know her dad, Steve Irwin. Bundy grew up surrounded by animals at Australia Zoo, which her family runs. She's carried on her father's legacy by becoming a conservationist, TV personality, and advocate for wildlife protection. Oh, and did I mention she has over 1,000 animals living at the zoo? Then there's Tiffany Espenson. You might recognize her from shows like Wizards of Waverly Place or movies like Dora and the Lost City of Gold. But beyond acting, Tiffany is also deeply passionate about animals. In fact, she often shares adorable posts of her pets on social media and talks openly about her love for rescuing animals. While both women clearly adore animals, their lifestyles and careers differ quite a bit. So how does that affect their potential to amass large collections of furry and scaly friends? Let's dig deeper. Footage of Bundy feeding tigers, holding baby kangaroos, and giving educational tours at Australia Zoo. Bundy's life revolves around animals. Growing up at Australia Zoo gave her unparalleled access to exotic species from a young age. Her role isn't just about caring for animals, it's about educating millions of people worldwide about conservation efforts. And trust me, when you live and breathe wildlife every day, it's easy to see why she'd want to surround herself with as many creatures as possible. But here's the thing, most of the animals at Australia Zoo aren't technically hers. They belong to the zoo and serve an important purpose, helping preserve endangered species and teach visitors about the importance of protecting our planet. Still, Bundy's connection to these animals is undeniable. Whether it's naming new arrivals or spending hours observing their behavior, she treats each creature like part of her extended family. Now let's talk about Tiffany. While she doesn't run a zoo or work directly in conservation, her love for animals is no less genuine. Over the years, she's adopted several pets and taken in rescue animals. From playful puppies to quirky reptiles, Tiffany seems to have a soft spot for all kinds of critters. What sets Tiffany apart is her ability to balance her acting career with her passion for animals. Sure, she may not have hundreds of animals like Bundy, but her home is quickly becoming its own little sanctuary. Plus, she uses her platform to encourage others to adopt and care for pets responsibly. So while Tiffany's collection of animals might be smaller now, her dedication to rescuing and caring for them suggests she could easily expand her menagerie in the future. One big factor to consider is lifestyle. Bundy's entire existence is tied to Australia Zoo. It's her workplace, her home base, and her mission. The infrastructure and resources available to her make it easier to care for large numbers of animals. Not to mention, she has a team of experts helping her manage everything. On the flip side, Tiffany's career takes her all over the world. Between auditions, shoots, and promotional events, maintaining a massive collection of animals would be challenging. However, that doesn't mean she can't continue rescuing animals and building her own mini-zoo at home. It's worth noting that having fewer animals doesn't diminish Tiffany's impact. Every life saved matters, whether it's 1 or 100. Plus, her influence as a public figure helps raise awareness about adoption and animal welfare. At the heart of this discussion is passion versus practicality. Both Bendy and Tiffany are driven by a deep love for animals, but their circumstances dictate how they express that love. For Bendy, running a zoo aligns perfectly with her goals and resources. For Tiffany, focusing on rescues and advocacy fits her lifestyle better. Ultimately, it's not about who has more animals, it's about the difference they're making. Bendy's work ensures the survival of endangered species, while Tiffany inspires fans to open their homes to animals in need. So, will Tiffany Espenson end up with as many animals as Bendy Irwin? Probably not, but that's okay. While Tiffany may never reach the scale of Australia Zoo, she's carving out her own path in the world of animal rescue. And honestly, I think that's beautiful. In the end, both women remind us of something incredibly important. Animals enrich our lives in ways we can't even imagine. Whether you're running a zoo, adopting a stray, or simply volunteering at a shelter, every act of kindness counts. If this video inspired you to learn more about animal conservation or consider adopting a pet, let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and remember, every animal deserves love and care. See you next time. Josie Bates and Kelton did wait before they got married. Today, we're talking about one of TikTok's most beloved couples, Josie Bates and Kelton. You know them for their hilarious skits, relatable relationship content, and that undeniable chemistry. But what if I told you there's a side to their story that might surprise you? In this video, we're going to explore what Josie and Kelton did before they walked down the aisle, and trust me, it's not what you'd expect. Before we jump into the juicy details, let's take a moment to understand who these social media sensations are and how they captured the hearts of millions worldwide. Josie Bates, born on June 20, 2002, in California, began her social media journey as a teenager, quickly gaining attention for her comedic timing and authentic personality. Standing at 5'7", with striking blonde hair and blue eyes, she developed a unique style that resonated with young audiences across platforms like TikTok and Instagram. Kelton, born on December 19, 2001, in Utah, brought his own brand of humor and charm to the digital world. With his signature curly hair and infectious smile, he built a substantial following through his clever content and charismatic presence. Their paths crossed in early 2021 when both were independently creating content. What started as mutual admiration for each other's work blossomed into a friendship, then romance, capturing the attention of their combined millions of followers. As their relationship evolved publicly, fans watched their love story unfold through increasingly creative and entertaining content. Their natural chemistry translated perfectly to screen, leading to viral hits and cementing their status as one of TikTok's power couples. Now, let's get to the heart of today's video. What exactly did Josie and Kelton do before they got married? And why has this become such a hot topic among their fans? Here's where things get interesting. Unlike traditional celebrity couples who might keep their pre-marriage lives private, Josie and Kelton have been remarkably open about their journey, including some surprising choices they made before tying the knot. First, let's talk about their decision to live together before marriage. In a series of candid videos, the couple shared their experiences of moving in together while still maintaining their individual spaces and careers. This wasn't just about sharing an apartment. They documented everything from combining finances to navigating personal space in a long-term relationship. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. The couple took relationship transparency to a whole new level by sharing their premarital counseling sessions with their audience. Yes, you heard that right. They actually filmed segments of their counseling sessions, with proper consent and guidance, to help break down stigmas around seeking professional relationship help. These sessions revealed their commitment to building a strong foundation for their marriage, addressing everything from communication styles to future goals. They tackled difficult conversations about career aspirations, family planning, and personal boundaries, all while keeping their trademark humor and authenticity intact. Another aspect of their pre-marriage journey that caught everyone's attention was their approach to their careers. Both Josie and Kelton had established successful individual brands before getting married, but they made some bold decisions about their professional futures. Rather than competing for attention or trying to maintain separate identities, they strategically merged aspects of their content creation. Josie temporarily scaled back on modeling opportunities to focus on collaborative projects, while Kelton adjusted his content schedule to accommodate their joint ventures. Perhaps most surprisingly, they implemented what they called content Sabbaths, designated days where they completely disconnected from social media to focus on their relationship. These digital detox periods became a crucial part of their preparation for marriage, teaching them the importance of balancing online presence with real-life connection. One of the most groundbreaking aspects of their pre-marriage journey was their complete financial transparency. In a series of detailed vlogs, they walked their audience through their financial planning process, and it wasn't always pretty. They openly discussed student loan debts, credit scores, and their different approaches to saving and spending. This level of honesty was unprecedented for influencers of their caliber, especially those preparing for marriage. They even created a joint YouTube series called Money Talks, where they addressed everything from budgeting for a wedding to planning for future investments.